and the girlfriend had gone to the embassy and they had turned her B2 visa down. So they're gonna waive that requirement. Obviously, she not on a visa for travel, and him sick, him can't travel. So that's an extreme hardship, right? All right. Now, for all of you who like to have your convictions, another hardship is where if you're on probation, you can't travel. Yeah. I remember one time this gentleman came to my office and I'm looking at his probation record and I'm looking at the restriction. And I said, big man, you can't be in my office right now. Yeah, Antoinette, me know, but me just want to live. You, like, huh? What's up? The probation limitation is you can't leave a certain county. What you doing here? Yeah. No son of brave. All right. Now, here's a thing. If it is that you failed to meet within the 2-year requirement, and this is why your citizenship application, I tell you, if they don't catch it at the green card stage, you can bet they're gonna catch it when you apply for citizenship. So let's say you get through with a green card, right? And you got through because the officer didn't pick up that you hadn't met within the 2 years. Now, here it is, as an immigrant, you have the green card, you're looking to file for your citizenship. Any officer who is assigned your citizenship file is going to go through your entire immigration history. It is a search that is completely thorough, right? There's no room for error here. And what's going to happen is if it is determined that you had failed to meet within the 2 years of filing the petition as required for this type of visa, you're going to end up in deportation because you have no lawful entry. So you could not have adjusted. So the fact that them never catch it, nobody cares. That's deportation. So any type of visa you're looking to come upon, know the rules. Google, familiarize yourself with the rules. Consult an attorney. It is so important. All right. People with convictions. This is not a game as a US citizen. We don't know it's drama when you are like the beneficiary. But for citizens, this is where your history becomes so important for immigration. So let's look at the convictions that really and truly is going to mess up your ability to file for your fiancé. Convictions for domestic violence. And this is why it irks me where if you're truly not a victim of domestic violence and you call police on someone, the ramifications for them with their jobs, certain jobs, I think it's in the healthcare field, you really can't have no sort of violence on your record, right? When you go ahead and you lie on someone, and it also affects people who want to file for their fiancés. So they will look at convictions for domestic violence, sexual assault, right? Child abuse, dating, these where orders of protections have been issued, permanent orders of protection. This is not the type of convictions that is going to allow you to file. Now, here is the worst type of conviction you can have. Convictions where, with regards to the Adam Walsh Act, anybody, John Walsh, who does, I thought America's Most Wanted was such that when you hear that man's story and you go to Macy's or any store And I think the stores have a policy, some stores have a policy where somebody starts saying that the child is missing, they shut down the store right away. And they should. Because for you to even interfere with a child, you have to be such a low level animal that you are going to seek to sexually violate a child. And that man's child went missing. And I think 2 weeks after, either they found that child's head or body on the highway. The mother just got up that day and it was a regular day. And you're doing your errands. But for you to leave your house, yeah, and for you just to go to the store, and ladies, when you're in the store, watch your children. You have these sick, because you have to be sick to really look to violate a child. You have to be such an animal. And that's where he went, and he petitioned Congress and he started his movement, and that inspired him to really start. So when you watch that show, this is a drive behind that man, because he's trying to save somebody else, because his son could not be saved. And I think this happened in, is it the 70s? So it's, yeah, anyway. So when you are engaging in elder abuse, stalking, alcohol is important, where you have 3 convictions for controlled substance abuse and alcohol abuse. And when your fiance goes to the embassy and your fiance is being interviewed, you bet they are going to bring it to her. Anyone who, and if you get hit, especially with interference with, you have a conviction, right? Where you've sexually violated a child, there are several offenses under the Adam Walsh Act that prevents your application, and you need a waiver. But I'll tell you this, the percentage of cases that are able to surpass, because it's such a nasty crime, interfering with a child. Me personally, I don't think I could ever speak to someone who has, I don't care what you're telling me, that these are false allegations. No. How? Ladies, watch your kids. Watch when you're dating and you're bringing these men in your homes. And men, if you're a single father, not all of these women make sense. And some of these women are also molesters. They stand on equal footing. A molester is a molester. I had a client from Nigeria, and he was about to get married. And he said, Antoinette, this girl, I don't know. I really like her, but I just have this feeling. You're the wrong person for you to come tell them something, the master. When I checked the girl, she had I think a sexual assault case against a 13-year-old boy. How are you going to end up in that position? What explanation do you give for that? The child lie on you? I don't know. Yeah, so let's read this text message. Yeah? All right. No. Oh, so Matt says, right, because I thought it got canceled and I saw a poster. Matt says he's back on TV now Mondays at 8 p.m. Yeah. So I think it's on Fox, if I am not mistaken, right? So someone texted, hello, Antoinette, we received an answer for my husband's appeal for his 601 waiver. The officer considered all my hardships, including the psychological evaluation, and the conclusion, the officer said she is remanding to the field office in New York to make a decision based on her opinion. By the way, her opinion was favorable to me and my husband. Is this a good sign? It's a very good sign. It's a very good sign. unless you get another crisis officer, but generally that's an excellent sign. All right. So with the fiancé visa, what does the vetting involve, right? You are applying for your fiancé. Not only will your fiancé be vetted, but you as the US citizen, you get vetted too. Let's get real. We don't want people coming here to be murdered or to be assaulted. So they are going through law enforcement.